Okay, so let's skip them. I'm done with them. We knew it didn't work. Fine, dandy. All right, now, well, this will even be quicker. Taylor and Garrett. They walk down the
Taylor and
aisle,
Garrett. Mm-hmm.
and surprise, surprise, we get two yeses, which I think I would assume, I don't know what the public thinks because I try not to research it too much, but I'm going to assume we were all on the same page that we knew that was going to be one of the couples. We hoped that was going to be one of the couples that actually said yes. They make the most sense, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great feeling about them. We talked off pod and, about it, and I said that was my couple I would choose to make it all the way to the end. They had the nerd chemistry, literally and figuratively. So I mean, it kind of just worked out for them. There were two nerds in a pod. You see what I did there? Um, so yeah, I think they worked out well. I called it. I mean, had a pretty much easy ride. A little bit of family drama, but who doesn't have that? So, I mean, I was strong with them. I knew they were gonna make it all the way.
I love that her
Cute little
dad showed
couple.
up and walked her down the aisle. That was beautiful. It was touching. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. We fast forwarded a lot of it because I was just struggling. I was like, we've already talked about this crap. Love is Blind, you really did us dirty. You knew you dropped that episode just to keep us waiting, and you knew none of us were going to enjoy it. But that was a positive of the episode. We got to see her dad come and walk her down the aisle. So that was beautiful. Um, but yeah, that kind of sums it up. She looked beautiful. He looked great. Beautiful couple. I'm excited for the reunion to kind of see where they're at. Then we have Tyler and Ashley, sperm donor and Ashley, and they do walk down the aisle. I want to point out that at no point do any of his homeboys or his mother talk about his kids, and I'm sure he requested that, but that just tells me don't trust that mama and don't trust those friends. They are not your people, Ashley. They don't ride with you. They don't make that man level up to be a better man. So just be careful. He surrounds himself with a lot of yes boys and a yes mama that'll protect him because there ain't no way in hell if I had a son and he's going through with this and he's telling me don't talk about my kids that I'm going to sit there and be quiet. I don't care. You could be mad at me. That's just not right. My child isn't going to do that.
But we don't know
Tyler's
what
mama.
the ins and out of that relationship is yet. I mean, we hear a little bit here and there, but do we really know if it's amicable? Are they beefing right now?
I would 100% agree with that until she asked, do they know what you look like? And we know damn well they know what he looks like. Damn
Um,
well.
my voice
Then I
said,
could.
"I think so. I think they
No,
don't." Like I was like, "What?
I
What did he
don't think
say?"
so.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. I was like, "Oh okay."
Yeah. So that tells me nah. He's telling them to lie. Had he been honest and he'd be like, yeah, I've checked in on them. I've they've seen my face, throughout because we're friends. Me and the girl are friends. So yeah, but even if he said I don't know if they fully know I'm dad, but yeah, they know my face. I mean, it could have went so many different ways. When you outright lie like that, that tells me you surround yourself with fucking liars who support that. Your mama supports that. They ain't my kind of people. I'm sorry. And I get it. I get like, I know your mama would protect you to the end of the earth. But I also know your mom behind closed doors would go in on you about being a better person. And I don't think she would allow you go on national TV and disgrace your kids like that.
Well,
Like,
how Mama Tyler not saying these things behind closed door? Like you need to go
girl,
tell about your kid, son.
maybe, but
Tyler,
obviously
you
not
better go
enough.
talk to them about your kids.
No, I don't know.
That's what
And sitting
I'm
there
saying.
and convincing him to marry her, like, oh, I hope you say yes. You look. No, if I was sitting there, and even if I didn't want to say it on camera, I'd be like, have you really thought about this? Because it seems like there's a lot of things you two don't know. I would keep saying it over and over because no, don't marry this poor girl. Don't do this to this poor girl until you're transparent about what you have in your life. You are a full on father of three. You owe child support, my guy. And don't tell me that girl didn't reach out to his mama being like, yo, what's going on? She knows.
Where Tyler at with my money? I
So,
think I have a feeling that he might have very slim chance. Maybe he did tell her off screen. Like after what we saw them talking about, maybe he did talk to them. He just didn't say it on camera. I don't
That
know.
could very
Maybe.
well be it. Because there's been some
Maybe.
responses from her on social media and then she deletes them, I think, where she's saying, like, how unkind of you to talk about somebody you don't even know and say these things when people are like, girl, like, please don't marry him. We're praying you get the full truth. This is not a man you want to be with. And she's kind of defending him. So maybe she's all about that life. Because, I mean, she comes from a broken home. She says it. I watched my father treat my mother horribly, and I don't want that. But we know, stereotypically, what happens. 8 out of 10 times, as women, we repeat that same structure in our lives until we learn, and that's sad. And I'm not judging it. We've all, not all of us, most women who have gone through relationships, not married like their high school sweetheart, have gone through really shitty relationships if they've watched that in their lives. It makes a huge difference on what you'll accept in your life is the way your father treated you and your mother. People don't like hearing that, and I'm not saying that's every case, but it is statistically the truth. So maybe for her, the lying and the deceit is almost comfortable. It's the norm for her because what she watched probably most of her childhood.
I mean, maybe. I think I just have a feeling that he told her off camera. Like I don't know exactly at what point, but I'm hoping it's at least before the marriage that he told her, like, look, I do have these kids. Yes, they know what I look like. I didn't want to say things on camera for whatever. I mean, he could spin it a few different ways, even though he's completely wrong, 100% wrong. Let's get that straight. He's 100% wrong. But I do feel like she is so in love with him that she might overlook this because she already knows he has, 3 kids. It's just the level of involvement is what she didn't know.
Well, that's a huge difference. Donating your sperm, or like, because it could be like when you say something like that, it's like you went to a sperm bank and you, in a cup, and that's it. That's your only involvement, which that is not even a 1% truth in his case. He spent Christmas with, I mean, like, his last
I
Christmas
also
before going
heard
into the house. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I also heard the first one or two. The first one was by himself, but the second one was natural means. So I mean, that's what I heard. I can't
I
say if
don't
it's
know.
true or
And
not.
there has to be more to the story. I just lost any hope in him being somewhat of a decent guy when he sat there and literally looked in that girl's, well, he couldn't look in her face and say, "Nah, they don't know what I look like." Like, are you
Yeah,
are you
that
calling
was.
your kids dumb on top of all this? On top of calling them sperm donor babies, you're calling them stupid that they don't recognize who you are and who they spend holidays with, and you post it all over your social media. Like,
My tween.
nah.
We gotta talk about I mean, unfortunate repercussions that might follow. Like, imagine being a child and seeing this later on in life. When you're old enough to comprehend things and seeing that this person that you spent holidays with, that's raising you and was active in your life, is now saying it's kind of disowning you in a way. It's rough. It's rough. It's messed up, man. It's messed up, Tyler. Do better. Do better.
And you could still be they could have been something to help your friend have kids. But why can't you say, and I do check in on them. I love them like nephews, I know, and nieces. I know that seems weird, but there is a part of me that is them. I'm not their father. They don't refer to me as father. I'm not sure they comprehend that I am their father. If that is the truth, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I do see them. That's my good friend. I mean, why after they have the kids, you just up and dip now all of a sudden? You helped her not one, two, but 3 times, and now you're out. You don't ever speak to this woman. Like, you never see the kids. You were good enough friends, best friends, to give her your semen, but not good enough friends to know what those kids look like, and they've never seen you. I mean, it doesn't even
Yeah.
add up when you really think about it. There's too many questions, and maybe off screen, but that brings up a point. I'm curious what you think. So if it comes out that off screen he was honest with her, what kind of woman does that make Ashley? To still say yes, because they say yes at the altar.
I don't know, because it's rough, because it just depends on the conversations they had. I can't speak for her or their relationship. I just know that this is her life decision. So whatever she does, she's gonna have to live with it. Um, I don't know. I mean, it just says that maybe she is truly in love with him, and she's willing to overlook that lie in hopes that it'll get better in the long term.
I don't know. I have an issue with it, and it's an unpopular one because I don't have kids, but I can't F with women who support men who have kids and they're not stand-up fathers. I could never date one. I could never support them. I just think it's not cute. And when I see girls dating men like that, it tells me all I need to know about those girls. I don't care what the situation is. The fact that you're letting a man lay down next to you night after night who doesn't fight for his kids to have custody. And I know there's situations where they try and they can't. If you're that involved, you know the truth. You know the truth of how he's fighting or whatever. Now, is the mother keeping him away because he's unhealthy, whatever? You 100% know as a woman. I don't care how much love is there. The rose-colored glasses, they're not really rose. We say that as women, they're not really rose. We see exactly what garbage we're dating. We just choose to accept it because that's what we think we deserve, sadly. And it's a hard pill to swallow. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't think he's been fully transparent with her. I mean, social media is letting her know the truth, but is she going to be one of those girls like, see, this is why he's not going to have a relationship with those kids because look how mean she is. Like that has anything to do with having a relationship with your biological children. That you go to pumpkin patches and wear matching pajamas on Christmas.
Well, does she know? Does she not know? I guess we'll find out October 30th.
Hopefully, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what we'll find out. And if they skim over that, Love is Blind. Nick Lachey.
That'd be too much outrage.
All right. Well, that pretty much sums up that.
Nick got to say in this. You know, it's not Nick.
I'm probably being a little too hard on this girl because it makes me angry. I don't like seeing these men that or women. I don't like when I see women not be active roles in their kid's life. I think it's just as gross. It's like, don't have kids if you don't want to be a freaking parent. Wear a condom, get on birth control, go tie your tubes, do whatever you have to do. Vasectomy, I don't care. Just don't have them if you don't want to be in their lives. And when you offered to do a sperm donor, not once, but twice, but 3 times, how at no point did you make any kind of rules or regulations or lay anything down so this wouldn't be an issue? Like, crazy, but whatever. People are crazy.